Hi, and welcome back to Real Estate National Prep Exams Questions here with Marie. I'm going to be covering 10 multiple choice questions with you guys. I'll give you time to choose the best answer. Also, if you need elaboration on any of the questions, please don't forget to post your comments below. Also, if you like this channel, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. So let's get into it. A builder and homeowner have a contract that spells out all the terms of the relationship in writing and the specifications for the work the builder will do. This is a blank contract. 1, implied. 2, express. 3, void. 4, executed. Which is the best answer here, guys? And the correct answer is express. This is an express contract. It expressly describes the terms of the relationship and the intentions of the parties. Next question. A valid contract requires delivery and acceptance. Which of these describes delivery and acceptance for a real estate purchase contract? 1, the seller accepted the buyer's written offer by notifying the listing agent. 2, the seller accepted the buyer's written offer by signing it and returning it to the buyer, whether or not the buyer has received it. 3, the seller accepted the buyer's written offer by signing it and returning it to the buyer, and the buyer has received a signed copy. Or 4, the seller verbally accepted the buyer's written offer and the buyer verbally acknowledged the acceptance. Which is the best answer here, guys? And the correct answer is the seller accepted the buyer's written offer by signing it and returning it to the buyer, and the buyer has received the signed copy. The seller accepted, signed, and returned the offer, and it was made valid when the buyer signed it. Next question. A homeowner enters into a contract with a builder who agrees to build the homeowner a deck for free. This contract is 1, voidable. 2, enforceable. 3, valid. 4, void. Which is the best answer here, guys? And the correct answer is void, because there is no consideration involved. This contract is void. It doesn't include one of the required elements for a valid contract. What's true about a contract signed by a minor? 1, the contract is illegal. 2, the contract is enforceable. 3, the contract is void. Or 4, the contract is voidable. Which is the best answer here, guys? And the correct answer is the contract is voidable. Contracts signed by minors are voidable. Next question. What economic characteristic of real property is a developer using to make money from buying and selling the property? 1, improvements. 2, location. 3, scarcity. Or 4, supply and demand. Which is the best answer here? And the correct answer is improvements. By adding improvements to the property, the developer adds it to its value and can then sell it at a profit. Next question. A buyer enters into a purchase contract with a seller. Before the title is transferred, the buyer discovers that the seller is not the true owner of the property. The purchase contract is 1, enforceable, 2, breached, 3, voidable, or 4, void. Which is the best answer here, guys? And the correct answer is void. The contract is void because it doesn't have all the required elements of a valid contract. The seller isn't the owner, so the contract isn't for a legal purpose. Next question. A seller and licensee enter into a listing agreement. The agent finds a buyer and the transaction closes. What's the status of the listing agreement? 1, enforced, 2, exploratory, 3, executed, or 4, void. Which is the best answer here, guys? And the correct answer is executed. The agreement is executed. The terms of the contract are complete. Next question. In a purchase contract, what does the phrase time is of the essence mean? 1, all parties have an obligation to meet deadlines outlined in the contract. 2, the price offered is only valid as long as the market conditions don't change. 3, the seller has 72 hours to accept a buyer's offer. Or 4, there are no guarantees regarding when specific duties will be performed or when the closing will take place. Which is the best answer here? And the correct answer is all parties have an obligation to meet deadlines outlined in the contract. A clause in the contract states time is of essence, obligates the parties to perform their duties according to deadlines identified in the contract. The parties can always agree in writing to change the contract. Next question. What's true about the mortgage contingency in a purchase agreement? 1, it protects the real estate agents from losing their commission if the buyer backs out of the sale because of unacceptable long terms. 2, it protects the buyer from losing their earnest money if they can't find acceptable financing for the purchase. 3, it protects the buyer's lender from risk if the property's appraisal value is too low. Or 4, it protects the seller from losing the sale if the buyer doesn't accept the lender's terms for a mortgage. Which is the best answer here, guys? And the correct answer is it protects the buyers from losing the earnest money if they can't find acceptable finances for the purchase. The financing or mortgage contingency gives the buyer the right to cancel the purchase contract without penalty if they can't find an acceptable mortgage loan. Next question. Licensee Rick submitted his buyer's client offer to the seller. It's been 48 hours and they haven't had a response from the seller yet. Which of these is true? 1, after 48 hours, the offer is considered invalid and can't be accepted. 2, the seller must accept or reject the offer. The buyer contractually obligated until the seller takes an action. 3, the buyer can withdraw his offer at any time until it's accepted. Or 4, after 48 hours, the buyer can assume his offer is accepted. Which is the best answer here, guys? And the correct answer is the buyer can withdraw his offer at any time until it's accepted. The buyer can withdraw his offer as long as the seller has not accepted it. Okay, guys, this wraps up our 10 questions for today. I'll be sure to post more content for you. Again, if you need elaboration on any of the questions, please don't forget to post your comments below. And bye for now.